Good good morning everyone. Welcome to the pre-market show. How is everyone this morning? Hope you're having, let me get my mic volume set up here. Good morning, Noam. How are you?
Hey, good. Good morning, Carlos. How are you doing?
Doing good, doing good. All right, guys, good morning and welcome on this Thursday, March 28th. Hope everyone is having an amazing morning. Hope you had an excellent day yesterday. Uh, Also, we had an amazing class 3 and 4 last night, which were great. So, to those that join us, a lot of materials to go over on that class. I hope you find that useful, um, and hope you enjoy the classes. All right, guys. So let's see what we got today. We got a few here on the list. We also have some stuff we can go over. How the stuff from yesterday traded as usual. See how some of our watch lists reacted towards the open. And then we'll get into our top list in Nasdaq Active and Nasdaq Gain. So a lot to go through today as usual. So we will get right into it. Just wanna give one a heads up that there will be a Toronto meetup on April 7th. Brian and Andrew will be attending that Toronto meetup. So if you guys are in the area, please make sure to check out the link on the announcement tab. I am also going to post it over into our YouTube chat as well. So make sure you check that out if you're in the area and interested to meet with Brian and Andrew. And again, you do not have to be part of the community to attend these meetups. So we'll be more than glad to have you there. Join us for trading talk and also a couple of beers, right? Why not? All right, so let's get into it, guys. Let's go over what we had yesterday. Here's our watch list for this was my watch list yesterday, starting with CNC, and let's get our charts to zoom in accordingly. 5 minute over here. We have our 1 minute. Yep, ready to go. So CNC had a strong open, very good pre-market action. Again, very active, a lot of volume. Had a strong open right from the gate. The 1 minute chart has a beautiful 2 minute open range breakup, but then it doesn't. The 5 minutes really not that strong. It starts taking off, then it can't keep up with these levels and sells back down. So fails on the 5 minute open range breakups because this would have been your entry here. You could have probably taken some out on the crack of the range. Here's your range. Probably taking a partial out here, but then it completely fails. Price gets rejected and heads right back down to VWAP. And then from there, it just becomes very choppy. Look at the 5 minute. This is a very choppy area between 9:45 and 10:30. It just becomes very difficult to trade in here. I'm not sure. After that, I didn't watch. I'm not sure if it sold off. Yeah, it sold off a bit, but again, just really choppy after it did this one move here up and down. Really didn't give you any other opportunities here. VKTX is was a great opening short, opening range breakdown. You have this beautiful pullback here, comes back up towards the middle of the candle. This moving average we have, I'm sorry, this level we have here as well. Then it loses it completely, heads back down all the way to this level down here. The 1 minute is not as clean, so you would have to play this off the 5 minute because the 1 minute has a lot of noise here, as you can see. It would help you get a better entry. As you saw, this level here, 833, has some serious resistance. You got the moving average also pushing this stock down, but your 5 minute was your indicator of lower lows, lower highs, heading all the way down towards 825. CVS was also a great short. Over here, loses VWAP. It starts to push up at the open, but cannot hold these prices. Immediately pushes right back down below VWAP, and then continues to break down for a beautiful open range breakdown on the 5 minute. Towards, look at this level we had here, 53.08, right to it, and then it dips a little lower, but again, it definitely finds some support in this area here, and then becomes a beautiful reversal. Tested this 553.08, and then it pops right back up, squeezes back to VWAP, and then closes above VWAP, and then holds it all the way up towards the high of the day. So again, just a good reversal here. The 1 minute also looks very clean. I just want to show you how the 1 minute looks. Again, just comes down here, not the cleanest double bottom because you want this to get a little closer here, but again, this is a very clean double bottom here. A little early on, 9:45, 10 o'clock, and then it reverses here. Look at the moving average is turning, pushes above VWAP, and just the momentum all the way towards the high of the day. So just a very clean double bottom on CVS. CRON was very nice. A lot of you guys caught this short. Brian also, I believe, entered this short yesterday. Just breaks down. I like this. I love this 1 minute chart here. When a lot of stocks tend to do this, right? They'll pop up. They'll be right next to VWAP. They'll come up. Cannot find any Find resistance up here, cannot continue this on this up momentum. 992, obviously a clear resistance for this stock. Drops back down right below VWAP. Here you don't know what's going on, but the minute you start closing below VWAP, you get good opportunities to go in here for a short. Good risk to reward because you got your VWAP line right in there. All your moving average are towards the top, and then it does this beautiful drop all the way down to this 1873. As you can see, 1910 was also a daily support we had here. It does find some kind of levels here, but then it continues to drop nicely towards all these levels down here. AMD was also great. Again, this same move here, it pops up, you know, it comes right back down below all the moving averages and the VWAP, finding a little bit of support here in this area. That was the low of the day at that time, but it's making lower lows, lower highs, and then here it cracks VWAP, just continues to head back down. This is a beautiful opening range breakdown on the 5 and also on the 15th. Even on the 15th, you can clearly see here a great entry on the 15-minute candle heading straight down. Next, we have a MU also same scenario here, pops up. You can see here, this is the low of the day here, pops up nicely, cannot find anywhere here where it wants to go higher, just finds a resistance, comes right back down below the VWAP. So again, here you're not entering here, you're entering once it closes down below VWAP or the moving averages are above you. A clean breakdown from the high of the day all the way down here, and it just continues to drop nicely. And even if you waited for the 5-minute was not clean, but the 10-minute here, this was very clean. As you can see here, it drops down very nicely. All right, guys, so that was our watch list for yesterday. Again, AMD, MU, Cron, both, all three of those selling off really nice. CVS also sold off a bit, not as clean as AMD and MU, but again, tons of stuff just selling down. All right, so let's see what we have today, guys. Let's look at our watch list this morning. Let's go over to our gappers list over here on Trade Ideas. First stock we have up is QTNA. QTNA is up 18%, 1.6 million shares. Wow, that's quite a bit. What's going on with this one? Let's tune into it. This looks like a buyout. Yeah, this definitely looks like a buyout. Not a good pre-market action. You can tell just the type of amount of volume. This looks like it's being bought out. Let's just bring over Benzinga and see what we have here. QTNA. QTNA, oops. All right, here we go. QTNA, it's got some downgrades. It's got tons of news up for last night and this morning. Oh, maybe not. I don't see a buyout here. It's just a few upgrades and downgrades. All right, tons of news here.
I think it. I'm having a dig to find this one. Yes, it is a buyout. They're being bought out by yeah, it is.
All right, because it got tons of news this morning being upgraded and downgraded in different places. It doesn't make sense. It's so funny how you have a. Let me bring this back real quick. So you have come on now, be nice. There we go. So you have here you have some upgrades from this guy, a downgrade from this guy, downgrade. So it's just all over the place on what really going on. But yeah, okay, I see it down here. You got some buyout. Yeah, so it is a buyout, and that's exactly how this is trading. And then you can see here just a flat price action here on 24.21. Even though it has tons of value, 1.8 million shares traded, it's a buyout. So it's not really a stock that's in play this morning. So we'll skip this one. Let's head down over to Lulu. Lulu, we were talking about this one earlier. This one had earnings yesterday, up 13.8. It definitely has some serious popping up this morning, gapping up 13.8, 327,000 shares. So that's quite a bit. Definitely in play. We will put Lulu in our watch list. AMRN is up 6.7. 456,000 shares traded at the moment. Let's see how the pre-market action looks right now. A bit choppy, not the cleanest pre-market action right now. Seems to be a bit all over the place. Daily chart, let's remove these lines here and let's see what we have. So daily chart looks okay. We can definitely find some levels here. Again, gapping up 6.8. Pre-market action not the cleanest right now. Hopefully continues to get a little better. Seems just a little choppy right now, even on the 5-minute chart at the moment. Next we have WBC. WBC is what we have here in WDC, gapping down 9.6. It's quite a bit. It's a big drop on WBC.
Terrifying $15 move, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, look at 144 down to, well, yeah, to 132. Yeah, this is
almost all in a 1 minute candle.
Yeah, this is a big drop, and not that much volume either. Only 319, so a huge drop here on WBC. What's going on with these guys today? What's the issue?
That was a merger from that was a buyout or merger from yesterday. That it was on the watch list, and I can't remember what the other company was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so big drop for them today. Again, this is I don't know how you will manage your risk here. This is a very risky stock at the moment. Just look at the candles. The drop are crazy. So, but it is in play today. We'll find some levels for it. We just got to be very careful in the number of shares and size we take on this, if at all. If we cannot look at a stock and be able to say, hey, here's how I'm going to manage my risk, you're better off just finding something else. There's plenty of other stuff that could be moving better. All right, so that's our trade.
Yeah, I've been corrected. I've been corrected. The tickers were so close it confused me for a second. I guess I need more coffee. It was WGC yesterday. It's WB or WCG yesterday. WBC today.
Oh God, yes, WGC and I forgot the one that's buying them out. God, it's CNC.
CNC, yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect. All right, so this is something else going on here. WBC again down quite a bit. Some volume, but again, just look at the price action. This is down what, $14 right now, in a matter of last 40 minutes or so. But look at this 1 5-minute candle here. I mean, that's scary. Actually, no, happened on the 1 minute, really, just this 1 minute drop over here. All right, so let's get into our Nasdaq active, Nasdaq gainers. Let's see what we have here. Why would the SPY be up here? Oh no, I'm sorry, look at the wrong one. I gotta scroll over. Okay, there we go. I was looking at the last act. I'm like, what is this doing here? All right, this is not good. Okay, here we go. So Nasdaq gains, CLWT. CLWT is gapping up quite a bit, 128%. I gotta say, low flows have been crazy the last couple of weeks. Yeah, look at this one, 900,000 shares. I mean, this is way too low flow, just too risky. But it just seems like every day we're having these low flow stocks just take off, and this is what you got to be careful, guys, because again, these are not stocks you want to be trading if you're just starting out in day trading. You want to stay away from these completely. We'll put them here. We'll find some levels, but again, I'm probably not going to watch these low flows. You just got to be extremely careful. Andrew warns everybody about them as well. When he comes on, I started noticing he's not even putting them on his watch list anymore. He's completely just not even acknowledging these low flow stocks, just staying away from them. So right now you're seeing a lot of people trade these low floats. And again, it seems like the last 3 weeks, they have been doing amazing moves. This is when you want to be careful because, again, the guys that are trading this stuff are pros. They know what they're doing. Us that are starting out, you get caught in one of those stocks and you can really lose your shirt. So just stay away from them. There's a lot of great plays to be made between mid and large caps stocks. TENX, nothing happening there. It just looks pretty flat right now. It's got some volume, but the pre-market action doesn't look as clean. CLWT has a good pre-market action for a low flow. TMSR, not much going on there. Only 24,000 shares being traded. QTNA, we already talked about. This is a possible buyout. So that's not in play today. NTGN is not doing anything, no volume. Lulu Lulu is great. Look at the pre-market action. Has a great pre-market action, up 13.8 on some buyout. I'm not buyout, on some earnings news last night. AMCW, not much going on there. CREG, nothing happening. And then last one here, BIOC. BIOC is always coming up here, guys. It's really a penny stock. Doesn't trade well. This stock is one that I definitely do not like. Had a couple of great days here. Had a few pops. Did have some momentum. Did have some volume. But again, just not a stock that trades very well. Next we have QTNA. QTNA we have already. SHV we don't see any activity here. We don't see any volume or actually we don't see any pre-market action. We do have volume. So this is an example of high frequency trading, guys. We had this question last night in our class. There's a great example here of one where you just don't want to be part of this. So look at the amount of shares being traded. You have 1 million shares being traded in this candle, and then 1 million shares being traded in this candle here. So this is completely algos just trying to kick each other's butt here And again, they make a lot of money because, you know, you're trading that many shares and you're making a penny. You know, it's a penny or two, then, you know, obviously you're making out. But definitely avoid this here. Next, PRTO. PRTO is a penny stocks. We're not going to look at that. PHIO, also another penny stock. We're not going to look at that. CLWT, pushing up nicely here, trying to get above 8. NASDAQ ETF. Then we have AVEO, penny stocks. BIOC, we looked at, does not look great. And then we have JAGX. Has the volume, but also a penny stock, not looking great. And then we have the last one, a NASDAQ ETF down here. All right, guys, so that's what we have today. Let's see what else we have going on around the room. What else do you guys have? SHV is an ETF. What is the ETF for that? What are they representing? SHV. There's an ETF here. Oh man, look at it. Yeah, I've seen this one before. Yeah, I've seen this one before. Yeah. Excellent. Thank you. All right, so we have, what do we have here? Roku. Let's look at Roku. Yeah, Roku is one of those stocks that could possibly be in play. Doesn't have a lot going on right now, not much volume, but again, over the last couple of days, it's been giving you a lot of good moves throughout the trading days. Look at yesterday. I did not have it on my list yesterday, but again, a clear downtrend here. Once it loses VWAP, tests it here one more time, and then it just starts dropping nice. So Roku has been doing this, giving us a really bad pre-market action, but some really nice trading in the after the open. I'm gonna watch MU again. I think MU again. Look at this great example here of a horrible pre-market action, and then you get this beautiful trading at the open. I mean, it doesn't get cleaner than that. You see these candles. I mean, that's textbook stuff there, really. AMD was not as clean, but also AMD provided us, again, horrible pre-market action. This is not clean at all. And then look at the trades we got on AMD at the open. So those are two stocks I like to watch when there's not a lot going on. And today I don't see many stocks that have a great pre-market action. Even WC doesn't look like it's something that's I can manage my risk on at the moment. Roku, yeah. I have my eye on. MU, I'm gonna watch, and also AMD. But if Andrew watches these two today, then I'll take them off, because what happens is Andrew's frustrated. When he puts them on his list, they do horrible, and when he takes them off, they do great. So if he had them on today, we're taking it off our list, guys.
I like your rationale on that.
Yeah, it's the way to go. And I'll ask him kindly, Andrew, can you take this off your list, because I want to trade these today. We'll do that. They're not happy with him. All right, so what else we got? WBC is a buyout. Thanks, Alex. Yes, that's correct. PRTO. We did check PRTO. PRTO is a penny stock, so we don't focus on penny stock or even low flow stocks. Again, we throw the best ones on here just to watch them. I know there's some people that likes to, you know, get some levels on these and trade them, but again, none of the strategies that we trade or anything that we focus on works on low flow. So again, just this is why we throw them down here in the mischief pile. It's just not something we really want to focus on. BA Merengue is giving us BA. Let's see what that BA is doing. Again, I just think BA is caught in some serious chop right now. It's just very choppy daily chart. I mean, I have not seen a good move on BA at the moment. So again, it's just kind of caught in this chop here, not really finding a direction. And right now, the pre-market action is not looking too clean. We have Facebook. Let's take a look at that. Facebook is Facebook looks interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna add that one myself.
Yeah, this looks good. This looks good. It's dropping now here. It's losing 1%. Yeah, Facebook is actually interesting. We'll throw Facebook on here. So that looks good. What else we have, guys? TEUM. Doesn't have the volume right now on TEUM. It has a nice daily chart, by the way, here. What's the float on this one? TEUM. Yeah, 57. So this is good. This is tradable. So it's not a low flow. It's more of a mid flow here. But the volume right now needs to get better. So it doesn't have great volume at the moment. It's barely cracking 100, and it's not creating a good pre-market action. But the daily, I see what you're seeing here. The daily chart does look great. It has this nice little support that's found here. It's now trying to pop up. So up 7%. But I'm just not too sure on it. So, you know, we'll throw it down here for a possible. We'll come back to it. If it gets more volume, it could be nice to watch. All right, Jimmy is giving us BRZU. See what we got here. BRZU looks like a foreign stock, probably Brazilian stocks, based on where I started with BR. So yeah, so not the best daily chart. I try to stay away from foreign stocks. And right now the pre-market action is not looking great neither. It's just that you have some volume, 117,000 shares traded, but check out where the volume is at. It's all sitting on this one candle here, almost half of it, 52,000 shares traded. So what that's telling me is that it's really not a lot of a good pre-market action on this stock when you have such a big order being dropped like this, right? You're not getting a good order flow. Could change, it could get better throughout the day, but again, it's several things that it doesn't have going for it. One is the volume, and also this daily chart. Just don't like the daily chart on here neither. Does not mean that I cannot put in a good move. It can, but I'd rather watch something that has some of these checklists checked off on here. Good daily chart, good volume, good pre-market action. 5 doesn't have the volume right now. It's popping up nicely, 5.7, so that looks great, but right now doesn't really have a good pre-market action, and that's due because of no volume. Only 36,000 shares traded right now. PBH, whoops, what was that? PVH. Yeah, no volume on PVH neither, guys. It's up 11%, which is nice. Has had a nice little gap here, but no volume at the moment. Let's look at REV. REV, yeah, has a decent daily chart. Looks like it's finding some support here, but again, no action today right now. Yep, Facebook I put Facebook on here. That looks interesting. So Facebook does look good. I like that on here. And then we have MDB. We'll do a few more, then we'll start finding some levels. MDB doesn't have much volume today. Just really flat right now. And CTRP. CTRP was on our watch list yesterday. What did it end up doing throughout the day? Let's take a look. So yesterday, I had a pretty good day, but just not what a lot of volume looks like. Seems like it would have been very difficult to trade. Looks like the order flow was kind of difficult based on this chart, but again, did pop up nicely here. Went above the moving averages, the VWAP, and it turned into a very clean trend trade here all the way up to these levels. So that was nice. But today, definitely not much going on. Yes, we did check QTNA. QTNA is a buyout. So this is why I am not watching it on my list. Hold on, this is not changing. Here it is. So this is a buyout. This is what clearly it's just trading at a price level. This is where you have 3.7 million shares. And look at the orders. Just look at the orders being dropped on here. I mean, these are massive orders. Every single order is huge. So you could tell clearly some buyout activity going on. That's not normal order flow. Like when you see this one, see, this is a normal order flow. Let's look at Roku. Well, doesn't have no volume, but Facebook is a good one. This is a good normal flow here. See, you actually have retailers trading this stock here, buying, 80 shares, 100 shares, 800,000, 10,000 shares, whatever. But this here, let's go back to it. This order flow, I mean, what are they buying here? 31,000.
Yeah.
Every order is above 20,000 shares. So. So yeah,
it's crazy.
We want to stay away from that. Let's leave the big boys alone to play this stock here. All right, guys. So let's go in here. Let's find some trend lines. Let's find some. I'm sorry, not trend lines. Find some levels. Let's go over to Lulu. So Lulu looks great. Up 13.3. Volume keeps climbing now at 417,000 shares traded. Low of the pre-market sitting at 161.55, and then we have up here 167.55 as well as the high of the pre-market. Let's get back, see what else we have here. We have some. I'm going to go in here because I want to mark these levels down here because they're the most recent. So right below the price action, looks like at 165, 164.85. We definitely have a level on here. Look how this pre-market high 161.55 is almost hitting these days in here as well. So that's a good support. Anything above this? Do we have a?
No, it's an all-time high.
All-time high, beautiful. That's great. So that's good. All-time high, no levels, no moving averages towards the top. Below this 161.55, another level right on here, 158.90. I think that's more than enough for Lulu right now. So we'll keep those levels on here. So you got several levels towards the bottom. You also got some moving averages coming in as well that are being used as support really nicely. Every time it comes coming down to this 9 EMA is being bought back up. and it's at an all-time high at 167.55, so that's nice. Looking really strong this morning, up 13.8, almost 14, and with some really good volume here. AMRN doesn't look great, has the volume, 504,000 shares traded, but the pre-market action looks horrible. I really don't like the way the pre-market action is. Even though it has all this volume, it just seems very choppy. And this is a stock that doesn't trade really well sometimes. So again, I'm just going to be very cautious. I might remove this one off my list and watch something else, like a Facebook or even a Roku that doesn't have activity. Will probably be a better stock to watch this morning. High of the pre-market 1980, and then low of the pre-market 1920. Above this, you have this one here, 2019. And the reason I like this, you have all these days again bouncing off this same level, so that's making this 2019 a nice resistance slash support. And then over here you have another one at 21.49 if we can get up there. And of course, usually on these type of stocks, if you get a big move, you know 21 is going to be, you know, the whole dollar usually tends to be an area where you're going to have some kind of hesitation, loss of momentum when you get to that level. So plenty on here towards the bottom. You got also more highs in here, moving average coming in also nicely. Previous day close, previous day low from your chart, and previous day low here again, and then no, sorry, high, low, low. There we go. But again, I'm not a fan of this one, so I'm probably going to be taking that one out. WBC, again, it's just, I don't know how I will personally manage my risk on this. Low of the pre-market 130.22, nice level there. Then below that, I don't see anything clean besides a moving average here, so we might mark that down at around 125. This one here, very clean level over here, 123. So we can actually keep 123, but I will definitely be watching for this moving average here around 126, right? 126.13. What do we have in here? Yeah, we have some levels right over here. So we have some support line on here at around 128.35. So you have several days kind of using this these two lines as a ping pong here between 130 and 128, just kind of bouncing off each other. So creating good support and resistance just in this area through all these days. So towards the top, what do we have towards the top here? We have obviously the gap. We have a moving average. I'm going to mark this moving average here, 138. And actually this moving average, you can clearly see that it's been the support for this several days here. And then above that, you got plenty of levels all over here. But again, just this stock, again, it's just, I don't know how we would trade this. It just seems very, well, very choppy now, actually. Volume seems to be, actually, you know what? Yeah, if I zoom in, you can see it better. Which is, again, very choppy. I don't know how you will manage your risk in this one. Roku, I like Roku because it's just been trading good throughout the days. We have plenty of levels already in here. We can find some towards the bottom. You have this moving average coming in, which is nice, around 156.46. You have this other one down here at 159.98. Below this, you have more moving averages, but you can also mark down the drop of this day over here around 51.23. So I like Roku. I like Roku. I like the daily chart. Again, it has bounced from here before, so you cannot be short biased, even though it looks like it wants to sell off here. This can go either way. Right now, pre-market action does not look great, but again, kind of like AMD and MU, when it gets the volume at the open, it can get going. MU I like. I'm definitely going to watch MU. Towards the top, you have plenty. You have this one here. You have this one over here, the high of this one. You also have this one here marked by your charts. Towards the bottom, kind of sitting right at the previous day close on here right now. Below that, if it cracks that, you have another 38, 39 over here. And then we have 36.68 down here as well. That's quite a drop. I don't think we'll get there today. So let's find something in the middle. Yeah, I think this one is good here, 37. You have several days here bouncing off this 37.63. You also have a clear reversal here. These 2 days come and test 37.63 and then head back up, so that's nice. And then you have this drop here, 37 here, and then this one here also 37.63. So plenty of levels on MU. And then towards the top, you also have plenty of levels with some moving averages also coming in on the daily chart. AMD is almost in the same situation. You have towards the top plenty of levels over here, high and lows listed there, hanging around the previous day close as well, so not doing much. But we do have a level over here at 24.16, and we do have the bottom of this day also. And AMD doesn't move much, so you know, you can have levels that are pretty close in price action. and that's okay. And then you also have another possible support around 2309. Again, you have all these days finding support at that level, and then here as well before you have this nice little pop here. And Facebook has a good daily chart. I like where Facebook's at right now, down 1.2. Pre-market action on the 5 looks great. Looks like we have some momentum here. So going back to the daily chart, we have this. Actually, we could mark down this moving average. That's a good one. 162.43, and then down here 159.31. You can also do the bottom of this day over here, 160.99, 161. You got several days bouncing off that whole dollar number there. So plenty of Facebook towards the top. You have plenty. You don't have to mark anymore. Plenty of levels in here that your chart is already giving you. You also have some moving averages coming in with the previous day close towards the top. 5 minute looks good. We can we mark? Yeah, we can mark the previous day close. We're starting to get some loss of momentum here at the previous. At the low of the day at 163.80. Let's see if it can bounce from that. I mean, it's been testing there for the last couple of minutes. Let's see what it wants to do in that area. And obviously, where the price action is at now, it has seen some support there before from here. And look at this day right on the money as well. All right, so that is what I have so far. I'm gonna take out TEUM. Don't like this one. And then CLT again. CLWT. It's a low flow. It looks like it's definitely in play today. 1.3 million shares traded. You have the top here at 150, high of the pre-market at the moment. Volume is just insane. Do we have anything up here? 151 seems to be the support here. I mean, the resistance at this point. I don't see anything above that in recent times. Yeah, you got some more here going way back, but I will focus on that. 151 seems to be an area where it has not been able to break out of. So be careful with that area there. Towards the top, you have one over here on 930, and then clearly all the way up here at 1030. So some very clean levels towards the top. But this 851 has proven to be a significant resistance over the last couple of months. You can see right over here, it couldn't crack here going back May 2018, couldn't crack it again going back around June 2018 either, and sold off. So this could be on its way down. Again, guys, be very careful. I know it's a lot of hype of all these low flows taking flight. What was the one yesterday, Norm, that went crazy? Like from 10 to 34?
RZ, somebody typed it in earlier. I can't remember what it was. Oh, yeah, RBZ. That was nuts. It was the hunt of yesterday.
Yeah, let's check it out. So RBC, we had this in our watches. I actually took it off. But yeah, again, just a lot of craziness with the RBCs and BPTH. And we talk about this in our classes since we have a little bit of time. You know, you want to be careful, because what happens when you want to be a consistent trader, what you do is you tend to do great in this mid and large flow stock. You tend to be consistent here, and then you come in and do one of these little bad boys, and then you lose, you know, a week or so worth of good trading, right? So be patient, stick to this, and trust me, I'm talking from experience. This has happened to me, where you come down to these low flow stocks, and you know, and you give almost everything back that you have made on this large flow stocks. So just stick to your niche. Don't worry about people posting big P&L on Twitter. Don't worry, oh, I made 100, you know, I made 30% on this stock. I bought it here and it went to 30. Stick to your niche here, especially starting out. Don't bother with this crap, like Andrew will call it. All right, folks.
And you know, Carlos, you can see how that works in the challenge with people trading these stocks. That one day they make huge gains, the next day they lose all that and more.
Yes.
It's just a back and forth boom and bust cycle, and it's really hard to judge any consistent action on those.
Yes, I agree 100%. And again, there are people, not to knock low flow traders, there are people that trade these and do well, but the strategies are different. Some of these guys don't trade for days, waiting for the right setup. At least the professionals, they'll go days without trading, you know, and then they'll catch a good move. They'll make $10,000, and then for the next 4 or 5 days, they won't trade anything, because they're patient waiting for that move. Our style of trading is a little bit different. You know, we're trading every day, and with these stocks here, you can actually really manage your risk. All right, guys, this is what we have so far. Norm, anything you have on your end?
QTT, did you take a look at that one?
No, I didn't see that one.
It looks a little bit like a low flow kind of pattern, but it's not. I think it's 100 think it's 100 million shares. 160. Where was the float? Sorry, 76 million share float. So it's not a low float. It's got a huge ATR for its price. So I might keep an eye on it, but it's not that kind of style I typically trade. So I'm 50-50 on keeping that one on or not.
It's funny, yeah. If you look at this daily chart, you would think it is an actual a low flow, yeah. But no, this looks actually, yeah, this is pretty good. A lot of movement here right now. So yeah, let's find some levels for this one. So high of the pre-market at the moment is 14.05. Let's look at what we have towards the top. Above this we have this one here, 15.15 and 15.55, and then also 17.96, close to 98. Then towards the bottom, it's kind of sitting at a level right now with the price action. You can see here is sitting right on here, 12.40, and then plenty of levels towards the bottom. Previous day close, moving averages all in here on QTT. So yeah, it looks interesting. Definitely we'll keep an eye on this. Actually, I got to make this list a little smaller. I'm noticing this is way too many. Let's just make this a little smaller here. Give me 1 second. So we have, this is Lulu. We have AMRN. Yeah, this is one I'm going to get rid of. Here we go. This is, I don't like the way this looks. WBC. I'm not going to watch. Again, it is in play, guys, and you probably can get a really good move out of this. One is, I like to trade stocks under $100 to begin with. And then this one is above that, and also I just don't see how I can manage my risk. I don't mind missing out on a move here and just being able to get a good watch stocks I can actually do something on. Roku doesn't have the volume, but I'm watching it just to have something in there because I know it can trade well, but I'm not going to force a trade here. MU and AMD have been trading really well the last several days. They're starting to get going now. Look at the volume coming in on these two. Look at AMD now starting to pick up the volume, which we're getting the ramp here. MU not as much, but MU again, this is normal. We saw what it did yesterday, almost nothing, and then had a really beautiful open. Facebook's bouncing from that 163.79, so I like that one. And then also QTT will keep my eye on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, perfect. All right, and then guys, just want to bring up the numbers from this is from yesterday or for the total week, Norm?
Yeah, so each time when we post this, it's whoever has essentially the most equity in their account to that point. So whoever's leading for the entire week is
nice. Excellent.
What that is. And that's through last night.
Excellent. So yeah, so just I cannot wait to see how we end this week. Again, this rotation here has changed quite a bit, but it looks, if I remember the numbers correctly, I think 85 has been here for some time, right? He's been on the top for a bit.
85 was the leader yesterday as well.
Okay, all right, got a nice consistent trader there. That's good. It's good. Excellent, guys. Again, we still have 2 more full days of trading, so hopefully everyone is taking advantage. But again, the most important thing, if you're not on this list, the most important thing is that you're getting a feel for day trading, what the platform and what it's like to be in this business, and hopefully something that if you want to follow up on later on, you at least have a way to get started and get a feel for it. So that's the most important thing. If you're not at the top, you're getting some good experience. That's also important. All right, guys, so let's wrap it up. Here's my list right now. I'm going to check out what Brian and Andrew are going to be watching later on today and make adjustments accordingly, because really Roku is not in play right now. But again, that's one that I can watch here because it has been trading well. Anything else you guys have on your end that maybe we haven't looked at yet? CTST, let's check that out. CTST has got some movement here, down 12.6. Don't like the daily chart as much. What's the float on this? CTST. Oh, it is a higher flow stock. It does got some volume. 5 minute looks good. You know, it looks okay. It looks okay. Yeah, we could do some levels on here. Any news on this? Well, do these levels. We have a low of the pre-market 135. Missed earnings. Okay, so this could be interesting. So 135 low of the pre-market. We have another level here at 781. Towards the top, I like this level here, 912. You got a moving average almost coming in. You also have several days using it as support, and then you have several days here using it as resistance. Then above that, you have the previous day lows, previous day highs, and then previous day close. So yeah, this looks interesting, guys. Starting to get some volume, but it needs to get more volume, because it seems like most of the volume is sitting here at 8 a.m. 70,000 shares traded. So we need to see this pick up a little more. So I'm going to throw it down here in case it hits our turbo break up to a breakdown, and see how we can take advantage of any moves here. But right now, the volume needs to get a little better. But I do like this chart though. It's looking like it's found some support here. So it's trying to put in a nice range. So hopefully it can get going here. CORN, see some of you guys mentioning CORN. Wow, CORN has a very beautiful daily chart as well. Again, just too many to watch, but CORN is in a good situation here. Again, was able to break off. Remember we talked about this support yesterday, was finally able to break down from there, and now sitting at 18, where you have another support here sitting coming up. So you have another possible support area at 1739, 1740. Then another level right down here at 1614. So again, just a great daily chart on Chrono. I'll definitely be having this on my side watch list just in case it gets going. But it has a beautiful beautiful daily chart. I know a lot of you guys traded this yesterday. It had a beautiful short yesterday. Beautiful opening range breakdown last trading day yesterday. All right, guys, so this is what I have. So again, just to recap a bit, we have Lulu. Lulu is up on earnings. This is the all-time high, by the way, 167.60, high of the pre-market. There's no levels up here. We do have some levels towards the bottom. You can also mark this one here if you like. It's finding some support at this 166.71. We have Roku, again, not really doing much, but Roku, when it gets the volume, tends to trade well. I might drop this one. MU, no volume, but MU has been trading well over the last couple of days. AMD starting to get going here, 160,000 shares traded. Facebook, it looks like it might want to crack this low of the day that we had before, 163.80. So that's looking very active. And then QTT is also trying to get going here. Started a little late this morning, but now it's starting to get some volume here. So I'll keep my eye out on that as well. All right, guys, thank you for joining us on YouTube. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Oh, before we let you go, we have some more over here. Let's take a look real quick. We have 2 minutes. ACN. ACN has volume, guys, but not a good pre-market action here. So this is not a good pre-market action you want to be trading. Price action does not look great. PVN. PVN we looked at earlier. Check that ticker. That one is, it was another one actually. It was PVH or something. But PVN doesn't come up. And AMRN we looked at already. Again, I personally do not like the way this stock trades, but it does have some really good volume, 620,000 shares traded. But I don't like the way this trades. I don't like the price action. Norm, have you traded this stock or watched it before? It comes up a lot in our gap assessment.
I have. I mean, there have been days when it moves smoothly, but this isn't one of them, it appears.
Yeah, this pre-market action is looking very, very choppy. So again, just be cautious of this one here today. So again, not one of my favorites. I'd rather watch a Roku that right now doesn't have much going on for it, but potentially if the volume comes in, it can provide you some really good moves. And maybe you're not looking for an opening range breakup on this. Maybe you're looking for something later in the mid-morning. So that's how you want to play that. PVH, yeah, that's the one. That's the correct ticker. PVH we looked at earlier, and again, just doesn't really have the volume right now. Really choppy pre-market action, as you can see here. So again, it's still a little less than not even 100,000 shares traded so far. It is up quite a bit. It's up 11.4, which is a lot for a stock trading at 110 bucks. But again, it's just not one that really has a lot going on at this moment. Yeah, CLWT, it could be the hunt of today. Just be careful with this this level here, 851. We saw that in the daily chart here. If you are going to trade this low flow, 851 seems to be an area where it hasn't cracked before, sold off big time from there. But again, guys, this stock here is what we said, 800,000 shares. The flow, yeah, 900,000 flow. So you just want to stay away from stuff like that. This is very risky. Again, if just find other stuff to trade You know, it's just like Andrew would call it, that's garbage right here. This is garbage stock. So just if there's anything better to trade that. And if you don't have the experience trading low flows, don't bother with them. You know, just work on your consistency over on these stocks over here. Yes, man. A lot of people, myself included, when we trade these, you know, we're consistent here, but when we trade this here, we give it all back. We give several days back of profit, and eventually you learn. You say, you know what, I'm just not going to touch this. You know, so that's why we encourage people to stay away from these type of stocks. Focus, become consistent, and focus on these mid flows. You can find better strategies. The strategies that we teach also don't tend to work for these stocks. A lot of manipulation here, a lot of pump and dump stuff that you know, you might not be aware of, and you think you're seeing an ABCD pattern, you think you see an open range breakup, and next thing you know, you're being either squeezed or dumped on really hard, because again, it's just they play by a different set of rules. So you don't want to put yourself in those type of odds. Okay, everyone on YouTube Live, thank you for joining us. Have a great trading day. Happy Thursday, and I will see you guys actually tomorrow. I am off tomorrow, but Norm will be running the pre-market show tomorrow, guys. So I won't be here, but have a good trading day, and we'll see you 8:30 Eastern time tomorrow. Take care, guys.
Take care, guys. Trade safe.